Today's episode brought to you in part by Sex Panther the t-shirt, available now for a limited time only. teespring.com/JimbothyHD. Get it now while it's still available before the time runs out. Oh my god, everyone. Welcome to this episode. This is just going to be a chill commentary, just totally relaxed. I'm going to talk about some behind the scenes stuff, since people are always asking, how do I make all this crazy stuff in the video game? What do I use? What programs I use? I'm not going to tell you the tools of the trade right now, but I'm more so going to dive into some other behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, for my channel, you can guess that there's a lot of behind the scenes shit that goes on. And this video mostly concerns of the Easter eggs that never were. That's the best way I could come up with that title in my head. It's lost opportunities, but it's stuff that never happened, that never amounted to anything. So I think the Easter eggs that never were just succinctly sums up that whole thing in one brief, awesome, worded way. So the Easter eggs that never were a collection of Easter eggs that I had actually started in previous games, and these rank back like 1 or 2 years ago, and every year I find this always happens, especially when I had college going on at the time. So when I was in college, I would take huge breaks from my channel, say like 4-month-long seasonal breaks. I'd be gone for a whole season. You wouldn't see me for 12 weeks, basically. It's not that I was partying or going... Well, that was happening a little bit, but I was mostly focusing on school at the time and not focusing on YouTube, which I guess I a little bit kind of regret, because YouTube would have taken off a little faster had I done that, but that's alright. I had to get school out of the way first. And what happens is that you get sucked into not doing work for games, and then after summer's over, basically some games start dying off, like Call of Duty. And so I'd only be working on YouTube during the summer months. So you can ballpark that at 4 months, right? That's 4 months to cram in almost a year's worth of Easter eggs that I could be making, right? And what happened? In the case of Black Ops 2, I'm going to give 2 specific examples. So Buried came out, the new map Buried. And I got on that zombies hype train immediately. Me and a few other Grand Theft Auto 5 YouTubers were all zombies YouTubers back in the day. Looking at you, Mr. James Geary. Brap, brap. And we'd always exchange hints. If we found new shit, we'd cover it immediately. I was the Buried news and Easter egg correspondent, so I had a good stranglehold on that DLC pack, if I do say so myself. And I got, I think, a few Easter eggs in there that turned out alright. I had what originally planned this epic way of getting dual wielding the ray gun Mark II, because it just came out with that DLC. And I had acquired all the models and stuff for it, everything I needed. I paid only Adam Smith. I remember, because he was doing graphic designs at the time. Now he's working for a hockey team. Good for him. Sick. Yeah. Shout out to my boy. What up? And I was like, here, I need you to do the chalk outline. Because I didn't fucking know how to do chalk outlines. I didn't know about pen tools and shit. Or chalk masks and stuff. Fuck. That I couldn't do it properly, basically. So I had him. I paid him some money. I don't remember how much. It doesn't matter. He comes back the next day, gives me the chalk outline for the Ray Gun Mark II. I'm like, sick. Okay, let's do this. And I start filming it. And as you know, the Easter eggs I do tend to have a little tumultuous difficulty setting, if I can say so myself. You're playing to get certain things in the right order to activate or cause a certain outcome to occur. And in most instances, it's something very convoluted that just goes, whoa, crazy. Well, I've been lucking out with the Black Ops ones to this point. Every time I had to go film it, I wasn't taking lots of thousands upon thousands of turns, as you would expect, because you're rolling on the mystery box in most instances. So, like, say with the golden ray gun, I got that in 2 rolls. That was pretty fucking crazy. I mean, you could spend all your money. You could spend a whole 3-hour sesh rolling and not get a ray gun at all. But I managed to luck out a few times with that. And in this instance, the dual ray guns, what happened was I rolled it, and I was going for another rare set of guns. It was the dual pistols. I forget what they are right now. And I said, you need to get the one pistol first, get a ray gun, discard it somehow. I forget what I said. And then you have to go and get the dual pistols out of the fucking mystery box. And I managed to get it on my second time of trying this ever. This whole sequence. Like, what the hell? It was perfectly aligned for me to do this Easter egg. But then I started focusing on a little filler content, like just the daily generic news shit. I wasn't being as active as I should have been, like the daily upload deal. And what happened was, Origins came out. Fuck! Now what am I doing? I had filmed all this shit buried. The new map buried. Now the new map buried was old. People didn't give a fuck. And this Easter egg would have been awesome, but then I got focused on Origins. How am I going to cover this? Fuck! I gotta cover all the news, compete with all these zombies YouTubers. All of them covering the same shit. Never mind, we're competing with like fucking Ali A and such who get access to this shit early. And can cover and knock back huge chunks of content weeks in advance. All in preparation for release date. Whereas like the smaller YouTubers don't have that opportunity. Anyway, so this Easter egg was all fucking filmed, and some of it was actually edited. So I had the dual fucking Mark IIs come out. All I need to do is film one more shot, and I just put it off because Origins came, and I'm running out of space on my computer at the time, so I move it all to my hard drive, and it got shelved. It got canned. The whole Easter egg that would have been epic is on a hard drive somewhere, and I just didn't finish it, and now it's probably deleted. Chances are it probably is. And the same thing happened later on with Origins, man. Fuck. I was tweeting out Play the Game Central. It's just because I love the shit-talking game on Twitter. That I dealt with it all throughout school. That's how like we'd roll, me and the crew, I guess. Not the crew. That's too generic. But me and my class, we'd shit-talk each other all the time, bust balls. That's how people talk, right? And we were in a very high-stress situation at school for most of the time with projects due and deadlines and such. So we're just constantly negging each other. And I love that. That's something I actually enjoy. Because it's entertaining banter. Anyway, so Twitter comes up. Play the Game's going on about all this fucking new shit about Origins and crap. It doesn't matter. Ben Down, I think, was leaving at the time, and I started talking shit to him. I was like, oh, I'll find that new wonder weapon. Because I think he said there were no wonder weapons in Origins. And I'm like, you know what, Ben? I'm going to find one for you. And I had it all planned out. I got the chalk outline again. God damn it. This time I did it myself. I figured out how to do it. And I was going to do, what was it? The Wonder Waff, the electric one where you shoot it and it just electrifies things. It might not even be that. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while. And I had it so that it was behind the, what is it? Quick Revive? Yes. So when you're playing and you and your friends max out Quick Revive, the machine would float away, and behind it, you'd see this chalk outline for a Wonder Waff, and it would cost like 50 grand or whatever, like a huge, enormous sum of the points were. That would have been hilarious. But then, what happens was school started, and I got caught up into that whole shitstorm. And when school, I love school, don't get me wrong, school's fun. When you're in college, it's a lot of fun. But it just distracted me and sucked me right out of YouTube from doing this. And then after Origins was only popular for like a week and a half, and then that shit died off pretty quick. Because at that point in the life cycle of Call of Duty, you're talking fall time, you're talking like no one gives a fuck about it anymore. When you start cycling into fall, it's like, it's awkward because everyone's going back to school. all their demos going back to school, right? User base, whatever. And then the new game comes out in November. So there's this weird, like, 2-month period where all the COD content just fucking sucks across the board. No one watches it. You've been prosperous all summer? Yeah, I dare you to try and make money off a Call of Duty video from September to October. That's not hyping up a new game. Yeah, if you're only talking about the current game that's released, you won't do well. I guarantee it. If you're talking about the new game, well, then you're a view whore. Fuck you in advance. Warfare coming out November 16th. I tied it all together. Fuck! And with Ghosts, oh my god. Oh my god. When Extinction, when we found out the lull thing, you don't think I had shit planned for that? Yo, like, I had it filmed too. I was like, we will shoot the L and the A and the S and the E and the R in the sign, and we're going to spell out the word laser. And what would happen is the ray gun would pop up and you'd be shooting it, or you'd shoot ray gun ammunition at the little squirrel fucking alien bullshit. I don't know. I got Ghost like the day after it came out, and I found out, and everyone was going on about this Easter egg, and I filmed it. I filmed the intro stuff, but I never continued with it because I didn't care about that game. Like, I just couldn't do it. I didn't care about Ghosts. I have like 2 hours playtime on that, max. Swear to God. All of it went into Grand Theft Auto, which I like a lot more. So, I just think it's an interesting little retrospective on the Easter eggs that never were. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple for Destiny. I just get that sneaky feeling because that one Destiny vid didn't do that hot on my channel. I think the hype for it's sort of dwindling down, and the other Easter eggs I had planned for it, I don't know if I'm going to get around to. But you never know. I'm sort of catching myself as it's happening. Watch, it's going to be more Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, hope you found it interesting, like, seeing what could have happened. It's not actual footage you're seeing, but like hearing about these stories about shit that almost happened. Man, there was so much. I'll probably go into more detail on other ones at another point. Anyway, this commentary has gone on long enough. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time we find a new wonder weapon and